1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen. the arrival of His Majesty, King Edward Asimini William Dapa Pepple III, Edward I, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Justice of Peace, Perekule the 11th, natural ruler and amenable of ancient Grand Bonny. announce the arrival of His Excellency Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, GCSR, POS Africa, ably being represented by Her Excellency the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Dr. Mrs. Ipalibo Harry Banigo, DCSR. May we please rise for the national anthem, please. Please sit. It is an outdoor event, and in case for any eventuality we do not pray, our muster points are to the fields to my left and to the fields to my right. For your convenience, our toilets could be found by the main entrance to the complex, and for our VVIP, if you feel that you intend to restore yourself to your personal comfort, please indicate as our safety marshals and ushers would attend to you. His Excellency Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, CON, GCSR, POS, ably represented by Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Ipalibo Harry Banigo, Deputy Governor of Rivers State, His Majesty King Edward Asimni William Dapa Pepple III, Edward I, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Justice of Peace, Perekule the 11th, Natural Ruler and Amenable of ancient Grand Bonny, Dame the Honorable NLNG Baraswa Claude Wilcox, the Executive Chairman of Bonny Local Government, Dr. Nasa Sani Guazo, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum, and Board Member, NLNG. Salabo Dagogo Claude Wilcox, Chairman, Bonny Council of Chiefs, and Revered Chiefs of Bonny. Dr. Philip Mashibila, MD CEO of NLNG. Engineer Sadiq Magbronu, Deputy Managing Director of the NLNG. Dr. Rabiu Suleiman, Director of the NLNG. Mr. Henry Bristol, Director of the NLNG. Mrs. Florence Ekala, Director of the NLNG. Other members of board and members of the Local Content Committee of the NLNG. Dr. Lars Richner, Managing Director of Julius Berger. Karl Koschler, Executive Project Coordinator, Julius Berger. Members of the NLNG Senior Management Team. Officers in charge and team leads of all national forces and security agencies. Title citizens of Grand Bonny as led by her President, Amuporobo, Professor Indio Kereke Onyike OON, government officials here present, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We have come to witness the formal handover and commissioning of the Bonny Consulate building. It is a hybrid. Ladies and gentlemen, we will not take much of your time as we quickly would welcome to the microphone for a very humble man who simply will want to be referred to as Dr. Philip, the MD of NLNG. Could you please applaud him to do his opening address?
His Excellency Barrister Nelson Wike, represented here by the Executive Deputy Governor, Dr. Ipalibo Haribanigo, His Majesty King Edward Asimi William Dapper Pepple III, CON JP Pericule XI, Amayanabo of the natural ruler of ancient Grand Bonny Kingdom, and Royal Father of the Day, Honorable Dame Alabata Anengi Baraswa Dagogo Claude Wilcox, JP, Executive Chairman, Bonny Local Government, Dr. Nasir Sani Gwarzo, a Director of NLNG and also the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Dr. Mina Jaja, Program Coordinator, River State Ministry of Health, Freddie Ndigbara, Director, River State Ministry of Culture and Tourism, Dr. Perpetua Ohomwebi, National Malaria Elimination Program, Chief Dagogo Claude Wilcox, the Chairman, the Chiefs Council, all other chiefs of Bonny here present, the representatives of NLNG and directors of Nigeria LNG, Dr. Lars Richter, the Managing Director of Julius Berger, Nigeria. I would like to recognize all our other guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to all of you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria LNG's relationship with the ancient Grand Bonny Kingdom over the past 22 years has generated milestones of varying impact on the island. The construction and indeed the commissioning of the Bonny Consulate building is only one of such accomplishments. I heartily welcome you all to the commissioning of the iconic Bonny Consulate building. An edifice, I reckon, will continue to underscore the economic significance of this great kingdom, which precedes the advent of oil and gas activities, and for which it is still relevant today. Because what this edifice commemorates is something that long preceded oil and gas in this kingdom and reminds us of what this kingdom stood for, even back then. Let me confidently reiterate here that Nigeria LNG's interest in the advancement of Bonny Kingdom is the outcome of the conviviality that defines the soul of this kingdom. Historical records show that Bonny evolved as a tolerant economic ecosystem where traders and foreigners from diverse cultures coexisted in harmony. The Bonny Consulate building is a testament to that disposition. The island has accommodated the foreigners who cohabited here, and we have many settlements that attest to this. The place we know today as RA, housing workers in NLNG, joined the list of other staff quarters, including the NPA quarters at the roundabout area of Bonny, the Shell RA, amongst others, that are today's examples of how Bonny continues to host others in this community in peace and harmony, and in the progress of the development and economy of Bonny. This background distinguishes Bonny as a viable investment destination and home for peaceful business interests. It is only expected that the organizations give back to the community as our businesses thrive on the island. This is what inspired NLNG's commitment to initiate a partnership with Julius Berger Nigeria Limited to reconstruct the Bonny Consulate building. This time, not as a commercial or colonial paraphernalia, but as a crumb of tourism and development on Bonny Island. As you would recall, the groundbreaking ceremony for the Consulate building was performed in October 2019 in commemoration of 20 years of successful operation and 30 years of incorporation of NLNG. The building, as it is today, has been designed and furnished to support the kingdom towards the development of its rich tourism potentials in a bid to diversify the economy and reduce the community's reliance on oil and gas operations, thus increasing earnings from multiple sources and the kingdom's overall prosperity. As a visionary and responsible corporate citizen, NLNG is committed to stimulating a viable Bonny Kingdom that will be proud of hosting and supporting the profitable operation of our company. The actualization of the Bonny Consulate building and the Bonny Bodo Road, which we are also co-funding with the federal government, and by the way, also partnering with Julius Berger once again, is one other example. The NLNG-sponsored Bonny Community Health Insurance Program, which has enrolled over 8,000 beneficiaries, and the ongoing Bonny Malaria Eradication Program, where we are partnering with some international agencies, as well as our numerous economic empowerment programs, are all projects aimed at developing a self-sustaining economy in Bonny Kingdom. Standing here today, I can say that we have come a long way towards our target. And I want to, with distinction, thank His Majesty, King Edward Asimini William Dapapepple III, Perikule the 11th, the Amayanabo and natural ruler of the Grand Bonny Kingdom, for ensuring a conducive business environment on the island. We would not be here today if that was not so. These successes are the gains from your decades-long efforts. It didn't just start today, and so we thank you. I would also like to recognize the Bonny Council of Chiefs, because they also play a critical role in creating that enabling environment. Each and every one of you plays an important role in creating this environment in which our business can thrive, other businesses can thrive, and therefore our coexistence on the island. And so I would like to thank you. And in particular, on this occasion, I want to recognize the chairman, because as I understand it, the story of this consulate building actually began in his house. And it's a long story, so I won't go into the details, but I think a picture of the original Bonny Consulate building, which he has in his house, was what started this journey and has brought us here today. So thank you, sir. I would also like to recognize the key role of my predecessor, who is not here with us today, but Engineer Tony Atta. It was under his leadership that this project was conceived and executed. And to him, we also give thanks for having seen the vision of what was possible. I would like to appreciate my deputy, Engineer Sadiq Maibornu. Internally, we call him the decision executive for this project. He's also, by the way, the decision executive for the Bonny Bodo Road. And so he is the one who is the driver for many of these activities within NLNG and has been absolutely critical to delivering this project within the time frame and within the scope of what we initiated. In fact, not only has he overseen this building, but he has added value in so many ways. I remember when last year he visited and asked a question, but when he came to the front of the building and asked, but if the king comes to the building and it's raining, there's no cover, there's no parapet. So the original design didn't have this extension. And he insisted that it be added, even though it was late in the project. And it's that eye for detail and such little things that has really made this project to become what it is. So thank you. I want to recognize our partners, Julius Berger. Again, without them, this project would not be. They are, on this project, a very unique type of partner who are not just contractors. They did not come on as just contractors, but have actually committed to providing the material. And that commitment goes beyond just come in and do a job and get paid and walk away. So it shows also that they themselves have made a commitment to Bonny Kingdom that is beyond their own pocket. Because, again, this is just a true example of what partnership is, not just with us as NLNG, but partnership with Bonny as well. So, Julius Berger of Nigeria, thank you very much. There's a long list of people that I could recognize and appreciate. Bayo Adenrele, who has been the engineer that's been running around and driving a lot of these projects, our external relations team, and so many others who've been working on this. I cannot go into all of the names, but to all who have contributed in one way or the other, most importantly, the community. And the community has provided the land, they have provided the conducive environment, they have supported the development within a peaceful and harmonious environment. So thank you also for that partnership that you have demonstrated to us. Having come this far, we must realize that a lot more still needs to be done by all stakeholders in the kingdom to enable us to achieve our ultimate goal. The kingdom and all the resident corporate organizations must commit to maintaining the peaceful ambience which has defined Bonny in the past decades. We must thrive to maintain security and ensure the safety of lives, assets, and the environment. We must also strive to ensure that every single project and program that we initiate is self-sustaining, as sustainability must underscore everything that we do. In the end, we need the people, the environment, and all the assets to grow the prosperous society that we seek. On this note, I welcome you warmly to the commissioning of the Bonny Consulate building. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, MD. May I invite the partners builders of this edifice, please help me welcome Dr. Lars Rickner, Managing Director of Julius Berger, Nigeria.
His Excellency, the Governor of River State, represented by Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Your Royal Majesty, Chairman and members of the Bonny Council of Chiefs, my dear colleague, the MD of NLNG, Dr. Philip, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to stand on the existing protocol. 2 years ago, we came together to sign an MOU to see forth the reconstruction of the historic Bonny Consulate building in partnership with NLNG as a joint corporate social responsibility project, in appreciation of the thriving relationship with the Bonny community. Today, we proudly celebrate the on-time completion and successful handing over of the Bonny Consulate building, a project with far-reaching significance and potential in boosting the prominence of this island. As far back as the 15th century, Bonny was a major international trading post, which has over time transformed into a central hub and key focal point for natural gas exploration and production in Nigeria. For Julius Berger, Bonny Island has a long been an important project location. The company first arrived to the island in the mid-1990s, over 20 years ago, as a major contractor tasked to carry out infrastructural works for the NLNG's first liquefied natural gas plant on Bonny Island. And we have been here since, continuously and harmoniously working on significant projects on the island, including, most recently, the construction of the Bodo-Bonny Road, soon to be the first road link into Bonny Island, which upon completion will serve as a catalyst for the continued success of the island and the greater advancement of the Niger Delta. Partnering with NLNG for the reconstruction of the Bonny Consulate building has provided Julius Berger the opportunity to deepen our CSR efforts, to contribute towards preserving the history of the island by applying our know-how and expertise for the development of the purposeful building infrastructure. The Consulate building in its original state was built in the late 19th century, and as we all know, it stood as a prominent landmark, now woven into the history of the ancient kingdom of Bonny. While the original building was brought down, its historic significance was not lost to the Bonny people, nor to Julius Berger in constructing this project. We constructed the Consulate according to our trusted standards of quality, reliability, and partnership. We constructed with utmost care, with the aim to ensure the greatest integrity and restoring the memory of the original Consulate building, while also delivering a highly functioning structure that is fit for Bonny's future. On that, we will support the aspirations of His Royal Majesty to diversify the economy of Bonny Kingdom through tourism. As such, the Bonny Consulate building now stands as a symbol of past, present, and future. It stands strong and proud, ready and able to serve its purpose to support the continued development of Bonny Island, to provide benefits to its economy and to its communities. We are honored to partner with NLNG for the construction of the Bodo-Bonny Road and the Bonny Consulate building, especially knowing the impact of both projects. It has been a great pleasure to extend our cooperation on this very meaningful CSR project and to further deepen our commitment in regard to the development of Bonny Island. On behalf of the entire management of Julius Berger, I thank NLNG for their collaboration, and equally, I thank the Kingdom of Bonny Island for their continued trust and cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lars. To do a goodwill on this day, may we respectfully invite the Chief Security Officer of Bonny Local Government, the Executive Chairman of Bonny Local Government, Dame Honorable Anengi Baraswa Claude Wilcox.
Her Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Ipalibo Harry Baningu, DSSRS, Deputy Governor of River State. Your Majesty, King Dr. Edward Asimene William Dapa Pepple III, Edward I, CONJP, Pericule the 11th, Amayanabo and natural ruler of Grand Bonny Kingdom. Dr. Guazo, Minister, Federal Republic for Petroleum and Resources. My dear husband, Sir Labo Ambassador, Lieutenant Colonel Retired Dagogo Claude Swala Wilcox, CON, Chairman Bonny Chiefs Council, and other respected members of the council and their spouses. Amopuavubo Professor Ndio Kereko UK OON, President of Title Citizens Assembly of Grand Bonny Kingdom, other executives and members of the Assembly. Dr. Philip Shebila, Managing Director of NLNG, members of NLNG Board of Directors and other captains of industries here present, Head of Security Agencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am blessed to be present and here seated with other well-meaning citizens and friends of Bonny Kingdom to witness the grand commissioning of the Bonny Consulate building. Consciously and deliberately, I have chosen to caption my remarks on this epoch-making occasion, from dreams to deed, from talk to action. This is what happens when the righteous rule. Firstly, as a Bonny daughter, I want to sincerely thank His Majesty, the King, and his Council of Chiefs for this wonderful initiative that will not only make Bonny Kingdom visible on the tourism map of the world, but equally remind our people that we have been pace-setters right from ancient days of Bonny Kingdom, and we're synonymous with greatness and civilization in every context. To the management of the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Limited and to Julius Berger PLC, I express utmost gratitude for being not just good friend, but a dependable partner for sustainable development and growth of Bonny Kingdom, supporting the dreams of His Majesty the King, and ensuring that his lofty vision come to life, have proven you to be indeed great citizens and stakeholders in the Bonny Kingdom project, as well as partners in my envisioned Bonny of my dream. I wish you all the best of the opportunities available in the community, and I urge other corporate citizens of Bonny local government area to borrow a leaf from NLNG. There is a lot to be done in pursuit of the Bonny Dubai vision of His Majesty, and more corporate partnerships are needed to pursue and achieve all that is necessary to build the Bonny of my dreams. Your Majesty, sir, permit me to bring to forbear the proposed motor park at the entrance of Bonny Border Road, which is of great importance and a necessity for traffic and population control and security measure to the entire Bonny local government after the completion of the expected road. May I, at this point, seize the opportunity to remind all that development is only possible in the presence of peace, harmony, and open-mindedness. Therefore, it is imperative that we should embrace peace and be law-abiding in all our doings. The last I checked, there is a Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we are all under obligation to be lawful, We should avoid anything that would threaten the peace and enabling environment necessary for mutual benefit of our private and corporate citizens. To this end, what we as a people can do is to ensure that we continue to conceive developmental ideas and freely express them, to transform our spoken words to action that attracts gatherings such as this, and to ensure that there is a peaceful environment to operate and secure the confidence of external investors and investors in our community. We should discontinue making inflammatory statements with the intent to disparage, abuse, incite, or escalate the already tense situation in the community. Words spoken on or offline must be civil and brotherly. Public statements must be made wisely and considered to be necessary for the peace and progress of Bonny Kingdom. We are one people with one king. Today, words are put into action, dreams actualized. Standing before us is an edifice, Bonny Consulate, to be used for business purposes to promote our heritage and tourism. The interest of NLNG on health and well-being of our people cannot be overemphasized. No wonder the scheduled flag-off for insecticide-treated nets distribution, which is not only appreciated, but also commendable and worthy of emulation. I cannot end this speech without thanking our dear Executive Governor, His Excellency, Chief Barrister Onyesom Ezenwa-Wike, CON, who is ably represented here by the Deputy Governor, Her Excellency, Dr. Ipalebo Harry Baningo, for his firm and unshakable commitment to empowering women to take their pride in the place in politics. I am Executive Chairman of Bonny Local Government today as a consequence of this expression of conviction. May I end by appreciating everyone that has made their presence available here today to identify with the move by Bonny Kingdom to assert its cultural identity and demonstrate its commitment to take her destiny in her own hands. A commitment that the commissioning and effective utilization of the Bonny Consulate now symbolizes. Once again, I thank His Majesty, the King, and his Council of Chiefs for this great initiative. Also not forgetting the people of this community for their sacrifice and support towards this achievement. I extend my gratitude to our corporate partners, the Nigerian NLNG Limited and Julius Berger PLC, for making this laudable dream come true. And I pray that the Bonny Consulate will be a blessing to our people and to the glory of God Almighty. God bless you.
Thank you very much, our Executive Chairman. For the next 3 minutes, we want to invite the Ibanewari International Owobo of Grand Bonny to perform for 3 minutes only. Ibanewari, please perform now. much. Thank you. Ibanwari International Owogo, please, thank you. Please applaud them. To do an overview of this wonderful edifice, permit me to invite Mr. Andy Ode, General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development, NLNG. Please put your hands together for him.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, here represented by Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Dr. Mrs. Ipalibo Harry Banigo. Very good morning to you, ma'am. His Majesty, King Edward Asimini William Dapa Pepple the Third, Perekule the 11th, JP CON, the Amayanabo and natural ruler of the ancient Grand Bonny Kingdom, who is also the father of the day. Your Majesty, very good morning to you. Honorable Dame Alabota Anengi Barasua Dagogo Claude Wilcox, JP, a very good morning to you, ma'am. Permanent Secretary, Minister of Petroleum Resources, and Director on the Board of Nigeria LNG, Dr. Nasir Sani Gwazo, a very good morning to you, sir. I will skip some of the names and protocols because they've been mentioned, but I'll still make reference to some of them because they're also very important. The Chairman of the Bonny Chiefs Council, Chief Ambassador, Colonel Retired, Dagogo Claude Wilcox, a very good morning to you, sir. Respected chiefs and titled citizens of Great Bonny Kingdom, Managing Director, Nigeria LNG Limited, Dr. Philip Michel Miller, the Deputy Managing Director, Nigeria LNG, Engineer Sadiq Mebornu, Directors of Nigeria LNG here present, other members of the NLNG board, especially members of the board of the Local Content Committee, and of course, our partner and friend, the Managing Director of Julius Berger, Dr. Lars Rika, the Executive Project Coordinator of JBN, Kai Keilha, and of course, our friends from the security agencies and government agencies present on the island. A very good morning to you and welcome. Gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. A lot has been said by the Managing Director of NLNG about this consulate building, past history and story about it, and of course, the Managing Director of JBN said the same thing. But just to remind all of us that it was in 1897 that we had a consulate building sitting on this island. What you're seeing to my right and to your left today is a modern-day replica of that iconic edifice. It was it was the seat of commercial, political, administrative interactions of this great island kingdom known as Bonny Kingdom. NLNG's decision to reconstruct in partnership with JBN and of course with inspiration from this kingdom is part of our plan to institutionalize Bonny Tourism Initiative, which NLNG has championed over the years. And one of the landmark projects or initiative to show how determined we are about tourism is the Finima Nature Park, which is more than 20 years old today, which hosts about 20,000 visitors annually. And as a quick reference, to also point out that in our determination to ensure that we set the foundation in terms of manpower and understanding of what tourism is and what it should do for this kingdom, in 2021 we partnered Goge Africa to train some of our young men and women as tour guides, producers of artifacts, and you'll be seeing them display their work at the end of this event. For the following reasons, Bonny Kingdom has a strategic advantage of a tourism destination. One, It's a geographical location at the bottom tip, which is the mouth of the Atlantic, into Nigeria. 2, it has very beautiful shorelines and seashores. Bonny in the Niger Delta has one of the richest in terms of cultural heritage. And of course, Bonny has intriguing historical antecedents that has been mentioned in past presentations and speeches. And in the course of all of this, the Bonny-Bordeaux Road adds to an opportunity to open up this great kingdom to access. Again, another landmark project that will improve and help to sustain tourism going into the future. This edifice sits on a 1,400 square meter piece of land donated by the community as part of its stake for this project. And it houses the following. It's a 3-story, fully furnished complex with all the paraphernalia and attraction of a world-class relaxation and experience center. And that you will see when you go into the building shortly. On the ground floor is a reception area, a museum, a cinema hall, a cafe, a souvenir shop where guests, because of time, will be able to buy local crafts and artifacts that typify the rich cultural heritage of this great kingdom. On the first floor, which is designed to house the office of His Majesty the King, is a general office, the secretary's office, a meeting room, a hall, a library, a lobby and service area, and some storage facilities. The second floor facility hosts the Bonny Radio, which at the end of the day will represent, someone said, the mouthpiece of the kingdom, but that activity or that institution that will help to galvanize campaign, information, and of course entertainment and enlightenment for this, from this kingdom to the rest of the world. Now, this means that going into the future, the Consulate building will again become the rallying point for visitors and residents from different economic, social, and personal interest areas as a center point for interaction for this kingdom. We are glad and happy to report that in the construction phase of this project, it provided jobs for our young men and women in skilled and unskilled areas, and also served as a service point for small businesses that supported the activity during the construction phase. As we open the facility today, we are happy and proud to associate with Bonny Kingdom, but to remind all of us that one of the key messages we always push from NLNG as an institution is that we are a globally competitive LNG company helping to build a better Nigeria. There is no better way to manifest this by starting from home, Bonny Kingdom. I thank you very much. Have a good morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Andy O'Day. Your Excellency, Your Majesty, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for our special address, for our father to talk to his people, permit me to now invite His Majesty, King Edward Asimini William Dapa Pepple III, Edward I, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Justice of Peace, Perekule the 11th, natural ruler and amiable of the
All right, thank you. Please sit down. Thank you. His Excellency, Barrister Nyesom Nwike, CON, GSS ROS, POS of Africa, Executive Governor of Rivers State, ably represented by our own Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Dr. Mrs. Epalibo Harry Baningo, our local government chairman, Honorable Dame Alabota Anenge Baraswa Dago Claude Wilcox, JP, Chairman of Council, respected chiefs, Managing Director of the Nigeria LNG, the Managing Director of Julius Berger PLC, the DD, Engineer Sadiq Meborono, Dr. Nasser Sani Gwaso, Director LNG and Permanent Secretary, Minister of Petroleum Resources. Other directors of the NLNG, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today signifies another milestone in the historical development of Grand Bonny Kingdom, as we officially unveil the reconstructed iconic Consulate building, which has the potential of turning our kingdom as the hub of tourism in Nigeria and Africa in general. You'll recall that late in 2019, as we joined the NLNG to celebrate its 30 years of incorporation and 20 years of production, the foundation laying ceremony of this building was performed. Part of the reason for the restoration of this historic building, which portrays the economic significance of Bonny Island during the colonial administration, is to elicit the interest of tourists, which can translate to economic benefits for our people. With the completion of this building, and its commissioning today, it is obvious that the Bonny Dubai vision, which we envisioned and shared with the leadership of the NLNG, is fully on course. Like I said a few years ago, when this initiative was conceived and the NLNG accepted it, the contribution of this iconic building to the growth of tourism as a potential income generation industry in Bonny is in no doubt. Today, that reality has dawned on us as we behold the magnificence and historic import of this edifice that stands before us. It is indeed obvious that the NLNG and its partners are resolute and committed in achieving the vision of scaling the prominence of Bonny and helping to make it a major investment destination. Let me, on behalf of the people of Grand Bonny Kingdom, commend the management and staff of the NLNG for seamlessly completing this edifice, starting from the former Managing Director, Tony Atta, and completed within 6 months of assumption of duty of a new Managing Director, Dr. Philip Mashabila. It is a reaffirmation of the world-class status of your company. Since its commencement of business a little over 2 decades ago in Bonny, the NLNG has continued to prove that it's not just a corporate entity that wants to make profit alone, but one that is visibly keen on identifying and supporting its host community with the aim of building a mutually beneficial relationship. On our part, I again wish to reassure you of the support of the people of our dear kingdom in the steady growth of the NLNG. As you have experienced, our people are ever accommodating and hospitable, and have extended their hands of fellowship and cooperation to you. I enjoin you to continue to aspire to maintain the relationship which has been built over the years. Let me use the occasion of this commissioning today to call on the good people of Grand Bonny Kingdom to remain peaceful and law-abiding as the development of the kingdom has entered a new trajectory. We can achieve a lot more in unity and with a clear purpose of ensuring the best for our people. People of Grand Bonny Kingdom are known for their peaceful orientation and civilized approach to issues. We cannot therefore portray ourselves in any other way. Let us therefore prepare ourselves to tap into the new economic realities of our kingdom for a better tomorrow. Let me also commend Julius Berger Nigeria PLC for the quality of work and timelines in delivery. I believe that Bonny Consulate building will stand out in Bonny Kingdom as an eloquent testimony to the bond of friendship that exists between the kingdom, the NLNG, and all the corporate organizations that operate on the island. This reconstructed consulate building is for the Bonny people. It's for the people of Grand Bonny, a reminder of who we are and where we are coming from. God bless Bonny Kingdom, God bless Rivers State, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty. The Abara International Dance Group of Bonny, please, you will take the stage for the next 5 minutes. The Abara International Dance Group of Bonny, please. Thank you very much, Abara International Dance Group, led by Senator Winston Jumbo. Thank you very much. Please. Thank you very much. Abara International Dance Group of Grand Bonny, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Abara. Your Excellency, Your Majesty, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for our keynote address by our very special guest of honor, His Excellency Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, CON, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, may I respectfully invite Her Excellency, Dame Dr. Ipalibo Harry Banigo, Distinguished Service Star of Rivers State, Deputy Governor of Rivers State.
Thank you very much. Please sit. Thank you. Your Royal Majesty, King Edward Asimini, Papa William Willie Purple, JP, CON, Hercule, the natural ruler and Amayanabo of Grand Bonny Kingdom, the chairman of Bonny Local Government Area, the only female chairman we have in River State, and it's happening in Bonny. We're so proud of you. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Petroleum Resources and Director on the board of NLNG, the Chairman of the Bonny Council of Chiefs, Alamo Ambassador Lagogo Claude Wilcox, and respected members of the Bonny Council of Chiefs. The President of the titled citizens of Grand Bonny, Amapo. We recognize you and all your titled citizens here. The MD and CEO of NLNG, Dr. Philip Nshebila, and the entire management staff, and also members of the board here present, the MD of Julius Berger, Nigeria Limited, PLC, and your entire staff who are here. Dear distinguished guests and invited members to this great event we have today. On behalf of His Excellency, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, GSSRS, POS Africa, the pride of River State, and the Governor of River State, who is unavoidably absent, but he has asked me to represent him on this occasion of the commissioning of the Bonny Consulate building and the flag of the distribution of insecticide treated headnets as part of the malaria elimination project. I believe the honorable member is here too. Sorry, I just read. Honorable member of the House of Assembly. Well, His Excellency is proud of what is happening here in Bonny, and he believes that this is a very historic day. And it is a day when we are celebrating the rich history of Bonny and also celebrating its unique cultural heritage. And so this commissioning of the Bonny Consulate building is very, very significant in so many ways. The reconstruction of the Consulate building, a monument that is 197 years old this year, by NLNG and Julius Berger, emphasizes the importance of putting together our collective memory as a people. And so for this and more, I, the governor, on behalf of the people of Rivers State in general, do thank the Nigerian LNG for this project, for creatively reenacting the old without losing the intent and the taste and the charm of the new. We want to say that this fittingly keys into the vision that we have of making Bonny an investment and tourism destination. And I believe that it's on a wider range, fits very well into the master plan that we have all envisaged for Bonny. Quite a few times in our discussions with the king, he has always pointed out to how he wants to make Bonny in a Dubai of our sense, with all the cultural fittings that typifies our peoples as a very particular, very peculiar people, the ancient kingdom of Grand Bonny. And so this building will continue to remain a historical monument for our people, a remarkable milestone throughout history. With the other initiatives that have been going on through the Nigeria LNG, including the Bonny-Bordeaux Road, including the other social responsibility, corporate social responsibility projects, we do believe that this will further engender the fulfillment of our dream of making Bonny a destination of choice for all investors. And of course, not only diversifying the economy, but also building bridges to other parts of this nation. And it is important that we continue to maintain the peace, because that is key to bringing in investors. And it is important that we continue to maintain the unity that we have always known of our peoples as Bonny peoples. And by maintaining this unity and keeping the peace, nothing will be able to stop us from reaching our goals and our dreams for this great ancient kingdom of Bonny. The governor of Rivers State says that he attests to the commitment and vision of Nigeria LNG, especially its prompt intervention when the COVID-19 pandemic ravaged this island, and its relationship with its host communities, which include the gas pipeline communities. This relationship has been cordial and exemplary, and we do hope that in the years coming, it will continue to be cordial and exemplary. And its strategic engagement with of these communities in managing some of its affairs is creative and well thought through. And also, as we are going to commission this wonderful edifice, we want to remind ourselves that one of the problems we have with gigantic projects that are commissioned or put in our communities is the issue of maintenance. And it is so very important that a maintenance system should be put in place so that it can also increase investment and increase sustainability. And when you come to maintenance, you don't need to play any games or have any sentiments about it. It's either you get it right or all of this we are doing will just end up as a garbage, and that shall not be the case. So we have come together to commission this beautiful edifice. May the vision of making Bonny an investment and tourist destination be realized. And as we also go on to launch the distribution of insecticide-treated bed nets as part of the malaria elimination project, we believe that our communities, our religious leaders, our traditional rulers, all of our stakeholders will encourage and make sure that the push for these insecticide-treated bed nets is sustained so that we attain the dream of making Bonny a malaria-free zone in Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, Your Majesty, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we recognize and amidst the presence of the honorable member representing the good people of Bonny in the River State House of Assembly, Amasanebo, the Honorable Abie Blessing Pepo. At this point, may we plead that Her Excellency, His Majesty, the Chairman of Chiefs Council, the Chairman of Local Government, the Honorable Member representing the people of Bonny, the MD NLNG, board members, the MD JPN, and Project Director, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Petroleum, the Permanent Secretary and Acting Commissioner for Health, River State Ministry of Health, the Director of Public Health, the Director for Culture and Tourism, the National Malaria Elimination Program Coordinator, the GM External Relations, NLNG, the Bonny Location Manager and GM Production. They will please rise for the commemorative photograph. After that had been done, the project will be commissioned, the plaque will be unveiled, and this edifice will be dedicated. For the purpose of COVID-19 protocols, we repeat, His Majesty, the King, Her Excellency, the Chairman Chiefs Council, the Chairman Local Government, and Vice, the MD LNG and DD, board members of LLNG, MD JPN and Executive Project Director, directors of the Ministry of Health, River State, Ministry of Tourism, and the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Petroleum, and the National Malaria Elimination Program Coordinator. After the commemorative photograph, we'll move into the Consulate building. The second batch of persons will come after they have gone in, and the tour guide will come for them. At this juncture, may we crave your indulgence, Your Excellency, Your Majesty, and the names we have so mentioned to move to the fore of the building for the commemorative photograph. Her Excellency the Deputy Governor, His Majesty, the Chairman of Chiefs Council, the Chairman of Local Government, the Honorable Member representing the people of Bonny, the MD of JBN and the Project Director, the PAMTEC Federal Minister of Petroleum, the Acting Commissioner for Health, Director of Public Health, Director of Culture and Tourism, National Malaria Elimination Coordinator, GM External Relations, Bonny Location Manager. Only these names we have mentioned now. Only these names we have mentioned now. We beg that you relax while the cultural music interlude is going on. I'm going there. The former chairman of the NLNG board is being requested to join, please. The former chairman of the NLNG board, Salabo Dr. Uaru Long John, is being requested by the MD to join. Photographers, please, could you allow only those mentioned, please. Her Excellency, His Majesty, the Chairman of Chiefs Council, the Chairman of Local Government, the Honorable Member of House, the MD of NLNG, the DD, board members, MD of JBN, Executive Project Director for JBN, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Petroleum, Directors of River State Ministry of Health, Directors of River State Ministry of Culture.
Are we good? Okay. So let's approach the building. Yeah.
Please, if you are not invited, please wait. For COVID reasons, not all will go in at the same time. There will be a second facility tour. After one, there will be a tour.
Where are you going? On behalf of His Excellency, Chief Barrister Yesom Ezewomike, the Governor of River State, and the government and the peoples of River State and of Bonny Kingdom, We are delighted to commission this edifice, the Bonny Consultative Building, to the glory of God. In the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name.
To the glory of God and for the use of humanity, we dedicate this consulate, in the name of God the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
His Majesty will unveil. The Consulate building is being unveiled now. Could you please put our hands together? The Consulate building is being unveiled. Please, if you were not part of the first list, a tour guide will come for the second batch of persons, which will include all chiefs of Bonny and titled citizens and heads and captains of industry. Please, cameramen, your job ends here. No cameramen, please. Please, no cameramen. No cameramen, please, please. Please. No cameraman, please. Please, please.
Bonny, quiet. Bonny Consulate Building. This building represents a historic monument of the people of Grand Bonny Kingdom. It was constructed and equipped based on a tripartite agreement between Bonny Kingdom, Nigeria NLNG Limited, and Judas Berger Nigeria PLC. As part of NLNG's Sustainable Development Initiative for Bonny Kingdom, officially commissioned by His Excellency Barrister Yesom Ezewonwike CON, Governor of Rivers State, on the 5th day of March 2022.
We need somebody has entered on it. Somebody has
Please, if you're not on the list, we please. Tour guide will come, especially the chiefs. Well, not all can go in at this time, please, for COVID reasons. Wait, let me wait, sorry. Excuse me. Chiefs of Bonny, please come.